Hi, I'm Tim Linsdau, video producer, Christian, Parkinson's sufferer. But today I'm going to do something a little different. You may have noticed these strings behind me on this tree. Talk about that a little bit and show you my garden around here. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to take a little tour here. But the reason that we do these strings is because this is a dwarf orange tree. And they grow up like this from a graft into these kind of spindly branches. Let me show you some of the fruit that's starting. This is the new fruit growing up for the year. And this is a type of, I think they call it a Persian orange. One of the reasons for it is that we're rather close to the ocean. And it can be too cool for citrus to really get sweet. And they're a lot like navel oranges, but they have seeds, and they're very juicy, but sweet. They're great oranges. But give you a little wider shot of this tree. I keep it cut down so it doesn't get too high. The other one is the peach tree. This one has kind of been so-so this year, but we had a really dry year, drought year. And it was pretty hot this summer, and it just didn't do very well. Some years we've had quite a few peaches, and they're not as sweet. And one year we probably had half a dozen, and they were huge and incredibly sweet. Now, if we had that every year, it'd be terrific. But it's got a little bit of overgrowth from this avocado tree. And it kind of blanks out at getting in much for sun. This is a Fuerte avocado tree. I don't find them as flavorful as the Hass avocado, but you know, they're good. We'll take it. Okay, let's see. Now, I wanted to get an apple tree years ago. And this is a Braeburn apple. I'm not the greatest gardener. It does produce a lot of apples, but they're not really great. But probably by the looks of these leaves, it doesn't get enough water. These are so curled up. We've had such a dry season, and water's expensive. And so, well, there you are. But I guess it's kind of more of a novelty than anything. But the green ones are, you know, when they get enough water and they're firm enough, they're pretty good. But the reason we got a Braeburn is apples usually take some type of a freeze to grow properly, and this one would work better in warm climates, so it does produce apples, as you can see. Now this here is my Satsuma tangerine, and sometimes it'll produce so many tangerines. As you can see, we have it tied up also, like the orange, but it where was I going with this? So you can see they're starting to ripen, but this is a fantastic citrus, this Satsuma. It's the one that peels easy. It's sweet, has very few seeds. It's fantastic. As you can see, at times it grows almost like grape clusters. But as you can see, this is underwatered. These leaves are curled. But we do what we can with it, but it's still producing a lot of tangerines. We become kind of favorite relatives when we these come on, and we can give a lot away. You just can't eat them all, but it's terrific. But if you don't tie these things up, they will lean way over. I didn't want to give them a chance to break because I didn't want to lose the lose the fruit, lose the branch. And you can see they're starting to turn, but they do better. All citrus, well, I shouldn't say all, but many citrus start to produce more sugar when they get cold weather. And that's usually when these turn really good, is in December. Same with the orange tree. And then they're good for a couple of months before they're either all picked or the end of their season. Now this is, believe it or not, is a lemon tree. I don't know if you can see the size of these lemons. Give you an idea just how big they are. Trying to get in here with my fingers. These days, see if I can see these. Some of these have some pretty good thorns on them. See if I could spot one for you. Usually that's why I'm careful. Now I'm going to show you one. I can't find one. It's kind of peculiar, but yeah, they're I think they're called a ponderosa lemon, which would make sense if you remember the ponderosa from Bonanza. It's trying to get in here. You see some of these big ones. See how big they are. So, and this is a very prolific and hardy tree. It's getting old, and I suppose that's why it's kind of spindly. A lot of insect damage. We try to avoid putting too much chemicals on them, try to use organic things. So you're in a fight with nature to produce nature. What an irony, huh? But this one is sturdy enough, and it doesn't get as heavy a fruit. I know that sounds ironic, but it's sturdy enough we haven't had to rope it up or tie it up. But it doesn't produce the volume of fruit, that's what I should say, that we have to tie it up, like the tangerine and the orange. Excuse me. So that's the tree tour. This is pineapple, and my wife, she takes the crown off the pineapple, or this part of it, and a little bit of the bottom, and trims it and puts it in water, and it roots really easily. And once you get it good and rooted, you can plant it in a pot. And in our warm climate, you will get a pineapple, but it takes 18 months. So you better not be in a big hurry. But they're pretty good. This was our attempt at strawberries. And didn't go so well. The heat was really rough on it this year. And so I don't know, I guess we'll keep it alive and see what it does next year, but it didn't produce anything. That's what's left of my tomato pot. We did not so good on those either, and I heard other people tell me it was about the heat this year, and it just didn't do great. And then we get these hornworm caterpillars that are from hummingbird moths. They just literally devour these things before you even know what's going on. And so there you are, battling one part of nature to get nature. Hang on, I'm getting a little hung up here. Here's another pineapple. Well, you got a little tour of the garden. Maybe you get some understanding what the heck these strings are all about. Just trying to maintain things, get a little of nature's bounty. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. I'm Tim Linsdau. Like and comment on my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.